I love great stories and great storytellers. The joy of being at Cove is spending time with one of America's great storytellers, John Grisham. When I read one of John's novels, I am hooked by the end of page one, and I can't wait to see how the story unfolds. This Sunday, we will listen to another great storyteller, another John. I'll preach a sermon called Finding Easter in the Dark, that is based on a story from John 11, from John's Gospel. It opens with Jesus getting a message from two friends, Mary and Martha, about their brother Lazarus, who is quite ill. Their plea to Jesus for help echoes the opening of Psalm 130. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. The sisters want Jesus to leave where he is and to come to them right now, to do something right now. But he stays in place for 2 more days. Meanwhile, his good friend Lazarus dies. Read John 11 to hear the rest of the story, and then join us on Sunday at 11 a.m. virtually, when you can listen to the music of Linda at the piano and then Heather and Beth Neville in the sanctuary. After the music, you can watch me preach or can read my sermon on the Cove website. I will send links to our Sunday worship later this week. In the meantime, I miss seeing you. I miss seeing my Cove family and friends. How are you? Is there something you need? Someone for whom we can pray? Anyone need a grocery run or a prescription pickup? If so, please call me. This is such a disorienting time, a time when wise souls do precisely what most of us are poor at doing: staying still, making do at home, caring for our children and grandchildren, distancing ourselves from the ones who make our lives rich and full and fun. This is an economically frightening time for those whose jobs have disappeared almost overnight, for companies who offer services that no one now wants, for those who did not have a job or a home before this pandemic began. This disorienting and frightening time is the world we now live in. Or is it? In addition to the gift of great storytellers, our nation is also blessed with great poets, like the late Mary Oliver. In her poem, The World I Live In, she looks out over a world concerned with data, derivatives, and bottom lines, and then suggests a much more life-giving place to set our feet. She writes, I have refused to live locked in the orderly house of reasons and proofs. The world I live in and believe in is wider than that. And anyway, what's wrong with maybe? You wouldn't believe what once or twice I have seen. I'll just tell you this. Only if there are angels in your head will you ever possibly see one. We may be locked in our homes in this unforgettable Lenten season and likely long into the season of Easter. But I'm here to tell you that there are angels at work. Some wear masks to protect themselves while they treat corona patients, and some do so even though there are not enough masks for all to wear. Some sit down by the phone and call friends and near strangers who are scared and lonely and have no family to cheer them up. Some spent countless hours researching this virus and how to treat it before so many more people die. Some stand in public and refuse to spin wishful webs of now, all soon will be well, but instead speak tough truth, calling us to do the hard work of staying home and staying connected virtually. There's one poet to whom I turn more than Mary Oliver. This poet is known as the psalmist, and he wrote his poetry over 2,500 years ago. In this time of isolation, anxiety, fear, and panic, May his enduring words of promise comfort and direct us. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. May it be so. See you Sunday, virtually.